What's up everybody? It's your boy Big O and I'm back in the building with yet another brand new video. I just want to take a second to say thank you to everyone who is tuning in, and I hope all of you are having a glorious day. Today's topic of discussion is how to save yourself a couple of bucks in this wonderful turtle keeping hobby of ours. And if you're anything like me and you have several turtles and several enclosures that you keep in your living room, you're probably going to keep your turtles in glass aquariums, just like I do. The problem with the glass aquariums is that they can get very expensive very quickly. One of the things that you want to look out for is the Petco dollar per gallon sale. By now I'm sure most of us already know what this is. Several times a year, the store, Petco, has what they refer to as a dollar per gallon tank sale. And it's exactly what it sounds like. You can get, say, a tank like this, or both of these, which are both 40-gallon breeders, for about 40 bucks, when usually the retail price is closer to 100. That's over a 50% discount, and you know, it's really a no-brainer. The only thing about that dollar per gallon sale is that they never really announce when it's going to go down. It just kind of happens. You just have to be on the lookout. You know, call your local Petcos. Call them up every so often and ask them when the next dollar per gallon sale is. And if they do know, I guess they will tell you. But you know, whenever I've actually asked them, they always say that they don't really know when it's going to happen. They just know that, you know, eventually it'll happen. And again, they do have this sale several times a year, so you have plenty of opportunity to take advantage. If you're not into the glass aquariums, you can always go with a plastic tote. This one right here is an HDX 27-gallon tote. These are the ones that you see that come with the yellow lids. They're very tough and they're very durable. But one thing you want to keep in mind is these things are not really designed with keeping water in mind. So after some time of use, they can and will develop a leak. For me personally, these particular ones, this brand, have worked excellently. I don't really use them that much because the turtles that I have in that particular tub are my two hatchling stripe necks, which I just got a couple of months ago. And you know, when they get to the proper size, they're going to join the rest of the group in not the 40-gallon breeder, because I'm going to actually upgrade the whole thing. That's a whole other story. Like I said, they're very tough, they're very durable, they're very cheap, and they do come in different sizes. I've seen ones that are a bit smaller than this, and I've seen ones that are about twice the size of this one. So you have options, and they're, again, they're super cheap, they're easily accessible, because you can pretty much find them anywhere nowadays, and they really are a great option, especially for smaller turtles. Now if you have a larger turtle, and you know, you may need something like this 75-gallon tank right here, or possibly even larger, you definitely want to pay attention to your local Craigslist ads. You definitely want to, you know, probably want to download the OfferUp app, or you know, Mercari, or any of those apps. Pay attention to what people got around you, and you'll definitely find a deal. I look at OfferUp all the time, and in my area there are dozens and dozens of people selling pretty large tanks for pretty good deals. The only thing about this that I don't like is that you don't really have a guarantee of how long this tank is going to hold water, or if it's even going to hold water at all. So definitely watch out for that. Years ago, I bought a 120-gallon tank from a guy who I knew fairly well, and he got it secondhand from a client of his, because he used to do custom furniture work and stuff like that. So he ended up acquiring this tank for free from one of his clients, and he didn't do anything with it, and I bought it off of him. It lasted a few months, but it developed a huge leak, and you know, it was a huge disappointment. Luckily, I didn't pay much for it, but again, that's definitely something you want to look out for. Moving on, I feel like one of the places that is going to be probably your best friend when it comes to saving money in this hobby is any large hardware store. Home Depot, Lowe's, places like this. I personally always just go to Home Depot because it just seems to be the most common store. And I find that most things at Home Depot are slightly less expensive than at Lowe's, even though they are the exact same product. But, you know, what are you going to do about that? If you look at my enclosures, you'll see that I use a lot of Egg Crate light diffuser, and I use a lot of PVC. Here I have a PVC stand that holds up the this basking area / nest box. And here you see that I have another PVC stand that holds up this driftwood that is my Map Turtles basking area. PVC is incredibly cheap. It's very easy to work with. I have a piece right here, excuse me. This is left over from the last piece that I bought. As you can see, I'm not gonna be able to get the whole thing in one shot, but it's about 5 feet long, maybe even longer. They come in 10-foot sections. And all you need is a set of PVC shears, which is a tool that can easily cut this thing. It's like scissors for PVC, and that is also, you know, pretty inexpensive, which you can also get at Home Depot, of course. And really, the sky's the limit with this stuff. With a little imagination, you can pretty much build anything, especially in conjunction with the Egg Crate. You can build the stands, you can build frames to hold. I mean, I'm not gonna try to like list off the top of my head the things that you can do with it, but you know, you see what I've done with it, and you know, like I said, the sky's the limit. A little imagination, you can kind of do whatever you want. Especially, man, I didn't open this bag, but in this bag, which is from Home Depot, I have this. You can hear that I have dozens and dozens of different, like, you can probably see it a little bit through the bag, of PVC fittings that I use to build my various structures. I'm just gonna open this bag because I want to just give a better idea of what it is that I'm talking about. And I'm making way too much noise. I'm just gonna stop right here, use both hands, and I'll be okay. We got the bag open, and as you can see, I have a bunch of, this would be one of the end caps that I use for the bottoms. And this is just a bunch of different fittings that we got. And they have all sorts of different things. You can go crazy building stuff with these pieces. And for me, it's really like a lot of the fun of the hobby. I really, really enjoy just doing things to make my enclosures look a lot nicer. But yeah, PVC pipe and all these fittings in conjunction with the Egg Crate light diffuser, which comes in these large sheets. As you can see, I've kind of been hacking away at this one to build on my little structures up here. As you can see, I build little stands for the light so the UVB and the heat aren't too close to the basking area. I got these canopy type things. You know, we have ramps and basking areas and all sorts of cool things that are super cheap and easy to make out of Egg Crate light diffuser. Have another little stand for this lamp. And these are just a few examples of the things that you can do with these materials. It's very, very easy to use, very simple. I hold everything together with plastic zip ties, which again you get at Home Depot for very cheap. And there's really nothing else like it when it comes to building these type of things for yourself, by yourself. And I love it. I do have a video where I talk about how I talk a little more in depth about how to make these things, but if you want to go check that out, go check it out. And back to this side. I want to show another thing. I want to show that you can get is a substrate. I have sand in this 40-gallon breeder. This one I have sand and also a bunch of river rock. A 50-pound bag of play sand is less than $5. And the glare is killing me right now. But a 50-pound bag of play sand is less than $5. You can cover a lot of ground with 50 pounds of sand. Only downside is you have to spend a really long time washing it, but after it's done, and it's, in my opinion, definitely worth it. The river rock, again, you get about a 50-pound bag for less than $5. And they have other stones. They have the Mexican beach pebbles, which are black. They also have the red version of those, which are super dope. I'm gonna have to get my hands on the bag of those and possibly add those to another enclosure at some point. I just like red. But yeah, it's just so many things that lend itself to the hobby that you can get at Home Depot for so cheap. And the counterparts to these things that are available that are specifically made for reptiles and turtles in general are just way too expensive, and there's just no comparison. Sometimes it's really ridiculous how expensive some of these items can be. But that's what happens when you have a specialty product. You can jack up the price and nobody's gonna bat an eye because they need what you have to sell. But another place where you can save a lot of money is, this is depending on where you stay and what they carry in your area, are like dollar stores and hobby stores. And if you see these bushes that I actually have some right here. If you see these bushes that I keep in the tanks, I get these at the dollar store. And something this size that is specifically marketed for not turtle keeping, but just reptile keeping in general, is gonna be probably 6 times the cost of what you would get it at the dollar store, possibly even more. And really, it's a no-brainer. Like, why would you pay $7 for this when you would pay $1 for it? So, again, just keep an eye out in your area what you have available. Familiarize yourself with all these types of places and get in there and save some money. There's really no reason to break the bank when you're keeping these animals if you do it properly. And like I said, it's really like a lot of the fun of the hobby is actually making all these things for your animals. At least for me. But I think that's really about it. Oh, on the animals themselves, how can I forget? A lot of the times on these online vendors and some of these online sites, I see the craziest prices for turtles. Like, there was this one site, I'm not going to mention which one it is, but if I'm not mistaken, they had hatchling razorback musk turtles for like $80. I mean, if you know anything about this game, you know that there is absolutely no way in hell you should be paying $80 for a hatchling razorback musk. So what you probably might want to do is start visiting your local reptile shows, because usually people at the shows who vend are selling things for, I guess, like a discounted price, like in comparison to, like, I guess what their normal price would be on their website or whatever. And also the good thing about that is you can kind of just see the animal that you buy before you even get it, and you don't have to pay for shipping, which is a plus, because that overnight shipping is, whew, sometimes, depending on where the turtle is coming from and where you live, of course. But definitely check out your local reptile shows. Definitely get yourself to Home Depot and hit them dollar stores, hit them hobby stores. Just get out there, see what's available, and again, save them dollars, because you're definitely gonna need them. We'll bring this one to a close. I've been probably talking for long enough. Definitely follow me on Instagram at @the_turtle_essence. Definitely like the video if you're digging what I'm talking about. Definitely subscribe if you're rocking with your boy. And until the next time, happy reptile keeping. Peace.